Right about now, though, we go across to, as I said before the break, we're going to go across to Grenada, where we have Francis Urias Peters on the line. And Francis Urias Peters, a playwright and Grenadian cultural ambassador. This is our Coping with COVID segment. Good morning to you. How are you doing across in Grenada?
Hi, Lisa. Good morning. I'm here at home.
Mm-hmm.
As I say, it's another Sunday. A colleague of mine
Another
says
Sunday.
the days of the week have changed. The days of the week are Saturday, Sunday, 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 Sunday. Every day seems like a Sunday.
Yes, it's very quiet in Grenada, I'd imagine. Some of the, what we heard is that it's very, significant restrictions put in place in Grenada, even more than what we have here in Trinidad and Tobago.
Well, I'm not sure of the regulations that you guys are under in Trinidad, but as of now, we are still under a 24-hour curfew. I think that will be lifted tomorrow for shopping. I think Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
So how did that work? How did that work? The 24-hour curfew, what does that mean? Is it that you were not allowed out of your homes at all, not even for
No,
groceries or for pharmaceuticals?
no, you are supposed to be in your home. Supposed you can of course venture into the yard, but you're supposed to be under 24 hours lockdown.
So how did
Uh,
you get your groceries? How would persons get their groceries? And we saw that video yesterday. We showed a video of the Real Value supermarket in Grenada, I believe it was, where there was a line for hours, some people in it for 5 hours, you were telling me. Um, is it that persons were only allowed out on one day for the week to get their shopping? How was it? How did it work
you
for
know,
food?
last week it was announced that Saturday would have been the only shopping day on island, and then I think the Seventh-day Adventists they voiced concern, because they worship on a Saturday,
Yeah.
so they felt as though it was going to be a challenge for them. So an additional day, that Sunday, was given. But on that Saturday, at least I will tell you, it was really, really, really a challenge for people, as you will have seen the lines. The long lines at that Real Value supermarket, which is our largest supermarket here in
Yeah.
Grenada. So the dilemma is, I'm throwing this out. Should we increase the shopping days, let's say 4 days, 5 days, so that you would not have this challenge of so many people gathering at the same time? Because the whole idea for the lockdown is for people, to observe social distancing.
Mm-hmm.
But then with the limited shopping days, then you have to me it's defeated. That for me personally is defeating the purpose. However, this week they have added an additional day. I think it's Thursday,
Yes.
Friday, and Saturday. So
And
we
how
trust.
and how have the people of Grenada been coping with the 24-hour lockdown? I know you probably can only communicate via telephone, obviously, or social media.
Yes.
What's the pulse on the ground?
Well, by and large, Grenadians, and I'm sure the average Caribbean person, we are law-abiding citizen. But I know it's a challenge for a lot of people because by nature, who we are as Caribbean people, we like to socialize. But I think in terms of they have been obeying the curfew by and large, there have been a few arrests for some persons who broke the curfew in
Mm-hmm.
general. But the police are reporting here that people have been fairly cooperative. For me, where I live in a very quiet area, not too far from Grandans,
Mm-hmm.
and based on my age group and my present diabetic condition, I am staying put because we are.
No chances at
I'm,
all.
yes,
Yeah.
I'm considered one of the vulnerable persons. So
Yeah.
fortunately, it's a very nice, quiet area where I can still do a little walking at the back of my house. We have a very, very good neighborhood, so sometimes you can still stay in your yard and talk to your next door neighbor across the road.
Yeah.
We have been sharing because this is one of the things I think the quality of Grenadians where we try to support each other. If you have some potato, you have a pumpkin, all those things, we still do share our fair deal of sharing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think one of the challenges for me and other people here is regarding the farmers, in my personal opinion, that the farmers and fishermen should be on the essential list, and that this is not so as yet because I think we need to get fresh fish, you need to get fruits and vegetables, especially from a selfish standpoint. So that is being looked at by the authorities to see if indeed, sooner or later, I hope that the farmers and fishermen will be allowed to go to their garden without much restrictions. Now I think the farmers can go, I think, from 6 to 12.
Yeah.
But they're saying that this is something that they should have maybe in wholly access to the farms, because by and large you need fresh fruits and vegetables on a continuous basis.
Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to check in with you as you say that the conditions are changing and things are opening up a little bit. Perhaps next
Yes.
week we can check back in with you. Just give us very quickly before we go, what are the numbers right now? How many cases? If you have any deaths at all, can you give us?
Well, as far as I think we have 14 confirmed cases, but
Yeah.
in terms of official deaths, that has not. It seems as it is zero
Okay,
for now.
that's good.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Francis Urias Peters, so good chatting with you, and we want to thank you for joining us this morning, all the way from Grenada, and giving us an update as to what's been happening across in Grenada. We'll check in with you again later on. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
All right.